about 100 people a day die of flu in the United States and about 80 a day in Mexico. This is normal. This is a normal mortality report. So what they're experiencing as far as death under the swine flu that is centered in Mexico City is a test by the United States government and an excuse to inoculate everybody all over the world and enrich the drug companies and to have everybody worrying about whether they're going to get this flu rather than the deplorable state of finance and economics within all the economies of the world, particularly the United States and Western Europe, also as a diversion to keep our minds off of what's going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't think this episode will last too long, maybe 2 or 3 months, maybe less. It's a testing period. The state of Texas, just this today, while I was on the air with Alex, declared an emergency. One child, 24 months old, died, having come to the United States from Mexico over the past few weeks. And so Governor Perry declared an emergency. He's a Bilderberger. He's an illuminist. He's the one who tried to put through the road and rail for the North American Union. He was soundly defeated. This guy is bad. Now, why would he, with just one victim that wasn't even a Texan, shut down the state? Because government, the people who control government, wanted him to do that. It's tantamount into semi-martial law. The whole thing is a scam. Yeah, people are going to die, but people die every day, and there's nothing you can do about it. The man that showed Mr. Obama the artifacts in Mexico City, Mr. Solis, eminent, what do they call them? People who take care of old things, I forget. I'm tired. This is my 5th show today, incidentally. And, in fact, my first one was at 4:40 a.m. this morning. He died from the swine flu yesterday. Tragic. Cultured, educated man being wasted because of the experiments of these creatures who call themselves human beings. But anyway, that's what this market is all about. And you say to yourself, well, gee, how can the market go up 169 points with this terrible, dreadful news? Especially the economic news, never mind the make-believe swine flu thing. And incidentally, don't ever take any of their shots, their inoculations. You'll regret it. Even if you have to leave the country not to take them. And so you can see the manipulation that goes on here. It's inconceivable the market go up. Gold is up 6.30, silver is up 34 cents right now. And that's in the that's in the June month. On all of this news that you've just seen in the last 2 weeks, gold should be pushing 1,000. It's manipulation. They're not going to be able to hold it down. It's going to keep on going up. It'll just take a little longer. You got to remember, there's no place for you to go with your money. You go into residential real estate, you can wait, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years until it starts to go up again, or maybe get even. Commercial, same thing. Commercial real estate's going down 70%. They're now talking in terms of residential being off 50. And people used to think I was insane for saying that the average house in America, this is October of 2004, would get down 35 to 40%. And I got everybody out of real estate that I could, who was a subscriber at the time. I was listening to Melody and the other programs I was on. Thus, that's not a very good investment right now, nor has it been. The stock market's going to come down because we're going to have inflation, big time. You don't want to be there. Today, the bond market officially broke down. That's a 20-year bull market in bonds. Yesterday or the day before, the 30-year broke down. Today, the U.S. 10, which is now really considered the active long bond, close of the yield of 310, breakdown was 305, game over. The market should have been down 500 points. No, not when you have a corporatist, fascist government run by a Marxist. Pretty tricky, huh? Well, communism, socialism, and fascism all relatively the same. Just different approaches. And so that's the kind of government we have. That's the kind of leadership that's being supplied by the Bilderbergers, those of the Council on Foreign Relations, Trilateral Commission, the Royal Institute, the Group of 30, the Group of 300, every foundation in the world. They control them all. And they're still going to lose. If for no other reason, because there's people like me who will not give up until we've stopped them. And with the help of God, we will. Because you can't do it politically anymore. That game is over. There's only one way we'll be able to take our country back. And you know what that is. So you don't have any other investment to go to. Whether you like it or not, the only way you can preserve wealth is by being in gold and silver-related assets. And it's as simple as that. There are no choices. No choices whatsoever. The arrogance of government has gone ballistic. They want to throw the president of General Motors, of Bank of America, out of his job along with the board. I guess they did today. Didn't they, Melody?
I'm not sure. I know they were talking about it.
I mean, who is the government to tell him what to do? The shareholders should have fired him a long time ago. He's an incompetent moron who got to the top by kissing his way there. And I know people who work with him and under him and have told me what a dreadful person he is. But be as it may, the government shouldn't be in a position to do that. But it was payback because he told everybody what the government did. And that was, don't tell anybody Merrill Lynch is bankrupt. Just buy the thing. Give them their bonuses. They're all friends of ours. If you open your mouth up, we'll get you fired, and we'll get the board fired. And that's what they're going to do, or have done. I don't know which.
They're waiting. They haven't announced it yet.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get in a corporatist fascist state. You step out of line, and you're financially destroyed. You become a terrorist, a financial terrorist. God knows what they think of me. My publication is the premier read in Washington. Somebody is sending it to hundreds of thousands of people in Washington, in the State Department, at the embassies, at the consulates, because I know they tell me that they get it. It's all over the place. If they could find me, I promise you, they'd kill me. Well, Ken Lewis is going to find out what it's like to be on the outside, because he just challenged the Illuminati. And a lot of other people have. And I think that's good, because that's where the decency in America lies. With the people who will tell the truth, no matter what the consequences. It takes a certain kind of person to do that. And unfortunately, there's not enough of them in this world. I wish there were 1 million or 2 million